Step 3 in creating a successful marketing plan involves defining your niche.
This is Don't Fear Grit with Rob Taormina. Marketing strategies and advertising technologies to help you build a better business.
Defining your niche, or the ability to define your niche, is incredibly important when creating any type of marketing plan. It's often neglected because when creating marketing plans, a lot of the focus is on the design element, on the product, but we have a tendency to gloss over the importance of defining your niche, and not being able to do that actually could be destructive, and we'll get on into that in a little bit. But right, so defining your niche is about identifying people, organizations, or problems that you are looking to serve, where you're looking for your business, your product, your service, your brand to be able to properly service. So you need to, in this step, take a step back and really observe and identify what niche are you looking to serve. Really important. Now, why it could be destructive? Because if you don't do this properly, meaning you don't accurately identify the niche, or you don't identify it at all, you can end up actually wasting an incredible amount of time, effort, and money. Not being able to properly do it also could mean that you are blindly going after a niche the wrong way, and you're going about it the expensive way. And that's why it's so important on the front end for you to do that, because you can eliminate all of those potential problems by simply picking the right niche. Now, when you pick the right niche, you're going to be able to be laser focused in the marketing plan that you create, because now you can custom tailor it to the specific individual that you're looking to serve, versus just blanketly saying, I am going to serve everyone. I'm here to say, I will say it right now, that will never work. You cannot be a product or service or brand that comes out and says, my product or service and brand is literally for everyone, and everyone will buy it, and everyone will want to use it. Wrong. It does not work that way. And by doing that, you are setting yourself up for failure. A classic example in the service industry are videographers. The person who says, I am a video marketer, but when in reality, they are a wedding videographer. Now, it's impossible for that individual to make that claim, because you are spreading yourself too thin. These are completely due to, number one, stylistically different videos. These are completely two different industries. There are two completely different customer types, and they require completely different approaches. So to say that you are a video marketer, but yet your clientele predominantly are people in the wedding industry, you're going to set yourself up for a very, very challenging run. And you're going to be setting yourself up for a lot of discouragement and disappointment as well. Embrace the fact, if that is your customer base, that's where you are actually generating your primary revenue. That's where you are able to do like amazing work, and you're known for doing amazing work in that industry. Embrace it, focus on it, become the best there. Now, for the individual, let's say, who's doing a great job in the wedding industry, but they're saying to themselves, I want to be a video marketer. Well, that's a completely different scenario now. You need to do an evaluation of yourself and your business. You also do need to factor in being self-aware of what it is that you're actually good at and what you're actually known for. You have to be self-aware, and that has to be a factor into this decision. But if you're still insisting on, I want to be a video marketer, even though everything leading up to this moment says I'm a wedding videographer, well, then you need to really take advice from this marketing plan, creating a marketing plan here, this is successful steps that we're doing in this video podcast thing, right? And listen to every single episode, because you're basically launching a brand new business. Because as a videographer, you have to know this, right? Anyone who's in the industry is going to know that videographers, they're not all created equal. They're not all the same. The styles are not all the same, and industries don't require the same exact thing. It's like likening it to, in the medical world, If I've got a heart problem, I'm not going to a podiatrist, right? And so the same thing is in the videography world, right? So just like in people who are doctors and they specialize and they're experts and they're great, and as patients, we're gonna go to someone who's an expert in a particular field. Videography is the same thing, right? If we want a videographer for a wedding, we want to maybe go to the best, someone who is well known for doing great work at weddings, someone who delivers great products, someone who I can analyze their products and be like, that's the style that I want. But that style is not the same person who's going to be creating Instagram reels for companies, who's going to be creating 30-second or 15-second TV spots or creating short films. They're completely different. So you yourself have got to be honest about that. And if you want to make that shift, then number one, you got to start learning that style. Number two, you're going to have to build an arsenal of stuff that you can prove your work. And three, you got to go all in. Right? Just like I'm saying, the person who is doing videography, it's going to be almost impossible for them to do everything and shift to also doing marketing. Same thing goes the other way around. If you're doing video marketing, then you can't say, oh, I'm also a videographer for weddings. That's unfair to that industry as well. It's unfair to yourself, right? And to your client. So it's best for you to focus. That's also going to position yourself for better success, because once you can focus, you can now literally become the expert, the authority, the one best known for doing the greatest work for that particular field. And that's what you want. That's why defining your niche is also important for you, because it tells you, who am I creating work for? What type of style? What are my angles? How do I speak to this particular industry, because it's going to change? And that's so very, very important. And I want you guys to value this. And that's why it's early on in the steps for creating a successful marketing plan is you have to develop the ability to define your niche, which means you're also going to have to develop the ability to be honest with yourself. I said this in our last episodes, needs and wants are completely different. And this is true here. You may want to do something, but we have to, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, we have to be honest about what are we an expert at? What niche are we actually servicing? What are our customers? Who are our customers? Where are they? What do they want? What do they need, right? We also have got to be honest about that as well, because that's going to position us for the greatest opportunity and potential for success. And as an entrepreneur, that's what you should be working towards, right? We've got our selfish agendas, and I get that. I've got them too. But I also have to be honest about the journey. I've got to be honest about who am I servicing? What are my ideal customers for my businesses? And I've got to create marketing plans tailored to them, not just what I want, because I do want to be heard. I do want to be known as being the best in my industry. I do, in fact, want to create the best products that are out there. And what gives me the best chance of doing that is knowing what I'm doing, knowing who I'm servicing, knowing where I'm doing it, and knowing stylistically what I'm doing. And so it starts with defining honestly the niche that you are serving. Those are people, organizations, and those are also problems as well. So get down to it. And if you've got an established business, I encourage you, if you've never done this before, take a moment and do some research and to define what niche are you serving. You might unveil that maybe you're spreading yourself out a little too thin, and you're realizing that that is not enabling you to have the proper focus that you need. I'm telling you guys, opportunities are there when we take a step back to just do a sort of like self-audit of our business, factoring in these incredible steps that we're outlining in this podcast series, which are the steps that you need in order to create a successful marketing plan. Guys, remember, don't fear the process and never fear grit. Never fear the hard work. We'll check in next time. Take care.